Real combat. Real action. Carnage Media.
Oh, I have to mention this, guys. I'm so sorry because this one is important. Bill Goldberg came out of retirement for one more match, and he's fighting on Saturday night's main event, July 12th, in Atlanta for the World Heavyweight Championship. Can you guys, let me ask you, and you guys are perfect for this because I'm already a fan. You can imagine how I feel. I will state it very quickly. I hate when the part-timers get to come in and have a title match. Like that, to me, waters the whole thing down. It makes it look like anybody could do this, and it kind of disrespects the dudes who are there working the house shows 6 nights a week. They should be the ones doing it. But I'm a regular. I'm watching whether Bill Goldberg's there or not. Will you guys want to tune in to Saturday night's main event to watch Goldberg versus Gunther for the world title? Does the title being involved make you want to watch it more, or does it come off to you as an outsider the same way it comes off to me as like, why is this old man getting a title shot? Zach, I'll start with you this time.
Yeah, it does. I mean, if you're gonna do that, at least finesse some storyline into it. You know what I mean? Like have him show up to some of the lesser ones to kind of build it. So it's like, maybe he just shows up and then there's something that's going on and there's a reason why he gets a shot at it instead of just, oh, hey, he's coming for one show. He gets the title shot. It's like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah, and before I pass it to Wade, there is a little bit more context, but it doesn't change your point at all, because here is the backstory, right? So Gunther, maybe a year ago, 9 months, however many months ago, doesn't matter. They were in Georgia. Goldberg was there. Back then, Gunther was the champion, all right? A week ago, he wasn't, so this whole thing gets even messier. But so back then, he was the champion. He calls out Bill Goldberg for basically, I don't even remember. He calls him like a one-trick pony. Just talk shit about him and, okay, whatever, we'll see you. So the fact that Goldberg would want to come back and fight Gunther, that part makes a little sense. But last week, Gunther got put in his 47th title match against Jey Uso and beat Jey Uso for the title so that 3 days later or a week later, Goldberg could show up on TV and challenge Gunther for the title. It's Gunther's first title. So it's his first title defense since he came back, to finish my thought. So it appears as if they put the title on Gunther just so they could make the Goldberg match a title match. So while there was some story, I agree with you, Zach. It wasn't the title didn't need to be involved. It was kind of very late minute addition. So with the additional context, Wade, to you now, how do you feel about all of it?
Yeah, it's feels more like a money grab rather than like building a storyline and entertaining your fans. Yeah, it would have been better if you're like, all right, yeah, this could make some money, but let's do this more interesting. Like he'd call him out, maybe he attends an event and then they get into it. You build this storyline into a fight where he comes back, maybe fights somebody, and then earns his shot to a title. It just builds more story. It builds people wanting like the build up, and then you get the payoff at the end. It's just like, oh, he's back. It's a title.
Quick money.
Yeah, some form of escalation, right? Like, come back, challenge him to a fight, but give us another week or two before it's a title match, and it's not until the 12th. You still have 3 weeks to build. Now, part of that is probably not bringing Bill Goldberg not paying him to come to TV every week for the next month. But again, it's just sort of, if it was just going to be about Goldberg's last ride, which bold strategy to decide that it's time to have your last ride in the middle of the John Cena retirement tour.
Yeah.
Not the best business maybe I've ever heard of, but he's also, Father Time is not on his side, so which was never more apparent than when he walked out of the ring. That's not how you going to sell a fight when one of the fighters is clearly walking with a limp that starts at his hip. It's like, I can't wait to see that explosive Goldberg that has not been on this planet for the last 12 years. But okay, I'll pretend that he's still there. And that's the other part. The Goldberg, the draw to him was always a quick 3-minute violent win and him going, Rah! So it's like, what is the gimmick? He can't go out and have a real match. He never could. Not that that's anything necessarily wrong with that. Like anybody would tell you, if you have a gimmick, work it. Like if that's your thing, it's not necessarily his fault. That's what the people wanted to see. But because of that, he doesn't have the same skill set as everybody else. And so now that he's an old man, a shell of his former self in that regard, like, and Gunther's a big dude. He's not fighting Rey Mysterio, like somebody he could maybe still pick up. Like you're talking about like a 6'2", 6'4" powerhouse that Bill Goldberg's gonna fight for some reason. Like it doesn't make any sense to me, guys. And then I just find myself happy that they didn't tack it on to the Night of Champions show, because that would have probably been just even worse. Like we've had enough. Feel how you want to feel about the Saudi shows, but after a while you have to say like quit forcing these audiences to watch people who should be retired come out of retirement.
Yeah.
Put on the worst and just put a complete damper on their otherwise illustrious careers.
Well,
like multiple people have had the worst match of their lives because of these shows.
Goldberg now lit up by the Undertaker, the power of the dead man, center of the ring. Tombstone final driver.
Breaking news: Ric Flair is coming. No, kidding.